Blessings and greetings. Let's do a little bit of an energy cleanse for you before I start this reading because, honey, I do not like what I'm hearing, okay? Just, yes, I carry a wand in my pocketbook, just to make sure everything is always cleansed and clear, just in case I come across something. This person is delusional. I knew it. Bottom of the deck. Nine of Swords. This person is delusional. This person, if you know who this person has an obsession about you. They're not exactly nice about it either. You may work with this person actually. I get that you may work with this person because I have the Two of Pentacles here. This person wants to be able to stop you from growing, from manifesting, from whatever it is that you want out of your job, out of work, out of whatever it is, whatever you want out of your life. This person does nothing but sit around and want to cause you confusion and not be able to grow. Why does this person like this? Why is this person like this? Because they're obsessed. They're obsessed. They see that you're happy. You may have rejected this person's sexual advances at some points. Or maybe they just kind of feel like, because they desire you. And the way I'm seeing this, like, look at how good you look. Look at how beautiful you look. And the Ace of Wands is coming up in reverse. I just kind of feel like this person develops some sort of a crush or some sort of an obsession, or they think that maybe they get a lot of attention and you're the one woman or man that doesn't give them attention. I see this person works out a lot, but not like actually at a gym. This is the type of person who wants to put on like a public display of fitness, is what my guides are telling me. A public display of fitness. So this would be the person that will like climb a fence and like jump down and like climb back up over the fence and like jump down. Like a lot of like bravado, a lot of like macho man type of energy that this person has. They may like throw a rope around a tire and drag it across the football field. Like this person really actually has no business because they're not at that fitness level in reality. It's just that they need that attention. I feel as if this person may have some sort of like a physical problem. Like they may be missing a finger, or they may have had something happen to their body physically. That's how you'll know who I'm talking about. That they have to compensate for, like they have to make up for that, at least in their vain eyes. This person's very vain, has a lot of vanity, and that's why they're like this. But I just see this person like doing too much, going over the top, working out outside, like doing like 50 burpees. Like no one's paying attention to them, like really the way that they think that they're being attention to. But this is just the type of person that I see that is very delusional. And this person knows, and they're starting to feel it even more. Every single time you reject them, every single time they try to talk to you and you just kind of turn around and walk the other way, or every single time they try to get your attention just by thinking that they look good or whatever it is, and you just don't even notice. But what I feel is you've never wanted to cross that line. You're not attracted to this person. You may be in a relationship with someone else and you're just not interested, but they have this delusional fantasy about you that is just kind of wanting to keep you stuck. You know, you're single, you're happy, you're holding on to whatever you have. But if you're wondering why there's been a blockage with forward movement for you lately, this is why. Because this person sees you every day. So they constantly have eyes on you. They constantly have a way of like penetrating your energy. And what you need to do is you need to protect your energy. Okay? Fiercely, like a lion. You need to protect your energy. You need to call on whoever it is that you use for protection to protect your energy, especially when you go into work. For some of you, you may actually want to try to look for another job. And I know that that's, you know, not that easy, and why should you have to leave? But maybe this person's energy is showing up in yours to push you to maybe look for other opportunities. Maybe where you're at or where you are, you've been there for too long. You know that there's no further growth. There's nothing else going on there. Like the buck stops here. And maybe this person's energy is showing up the way it is to try to push you and move you along. And I'm not excusing that at all whatsoever, because that is not whatever this person's thinking, whatever they're doing is not okay. They're like at a level 5. They're not like a level 8 where it's like, whoa, like you need to get away from this person. This is like Lifetime movie crazy, hiding, living in the walls, stalker crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not doing that here. So, but it may be that you're just starting to look for a different opportunity, a different job. And this person's just going to have to deal with the rejection. This person's going to have to deal with the fact that you walked away. This person has to deal with the fact that you just don't communicate with them. You just don't have a reason to. Maybe there's a part of your job where the two of you just don't really have to talk. But this person thinks that you should. This person thinks that they're God's gift to women. This is definitely a man you're dealing with. They think that they are God's gift to women and that every woman should respect them. Every woman should just bow down to them. And they just think that they're better than everyone else. Okay? So, yeah, this person definitely likes to fight. They like to cause conflict. So be careful. Remain diligent. Remain in your power. Keep your emotions in check. Keep your fire in check. If you need to, you may need to go to a supervisor or a boss to just kind of put them on notice and let them know, like, and say, hey, this person's behavior is not okay, especially if they're directly coming at you. Like, you may have to say, like, you know, this person's behavior is not okay, and, you know, I'm just letting you know that there's an issue. Workplace harassment and bullying is taken very seriously. And if it does get that far, by all means, you know, make a complaint, make a formal complaint with management so that they understand what's going on. But other than that, you know, if you're really not feeling this job and you're kind of feeling like, all right, maybe it's time for me to move on from this, and maybe you are just starting to notice this person's behavior starting to increase towards you, this animosity starting to increase towards you, then maybe it's time to go. And sometimes people's energy shows up to kind of like move us along, you know, to kind of give us a little bit of a poke, you know, because if we stay and fight, is it really worth it? And you know what? Don't fight with this person because they're really not worth it. It's not worth it. They're just trying to get your attention. They're trying to get your energy to focus on them because you've done a really good job so far of ignoring this person. It probably wasn't intentional, and if it is, they whatever. But, you know, anyway, so take it as it resonates. That's the message of today. If this resonated with you, leave it in the comments. Let me know. I always like to know if something that I'm saying is getting somewhere. Anyway, enjoy the rest of this beautiful, hot and sweltering day. I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.